Kagurabachi's approach to villains has always surprised me, because when we first meet the Hishaku and find out they'll be the main villain group of the story, you'd expect Hokuzona to introduce them to us, each member slowly having their own personal introductions, probably leaving the leader like basically the last, if not with the last remaining members. But no, he's the second member of the 10-person group we meet. So what is this guy's deal anyways? What's his goal and what is his motive? Well, first, we know little to nothing about his past. We only know that he talked with Samura after Kunishigi's murder and that he was not at Kunishigi's murder himself due to some unknown reason. And that's pretty much all we know of his past besides the fact he adopted Hirohiko, kind of? So what's his goal then? Well, he claims to want to wield the Shinichi. However, he seems to want to understand the sword before he makes any moves on it. And all his plans thus far have been for that exact reason. First was Sojo, where he gave the blade to a trained sorcerer to see how it would bond with them. And once again, he meets up with Chihiro at the Rakuzaichi auction to see what's going on with him. And then there's his crowning achievement, getting the Kensei to wield the Shinichi through another being at the Rakuzaichi auction. And more recently, giving 2 enchanted blades away, one to Kugare and the other to Hirohiko. Not to mention Samura also managing to take one. Every move Yura makes is always leaded to understanding the blades more. So why is that? What does he desire from the enchanted blades? Well, the way I see it, there's 3 possibilities. The first, Yura is flat out evil. Like he's just pure, unadulterated evil who seeks world domination at any cost, but is smart about his approach. Maybe his seeking for strength comes from a place of pain or a desire of maybe something that came from the Serete War. We don't know. The second is that he actually has a noble reason for what he's doing. Maybe it's something to do with Kunishigi's sins that Samura has brought up several times now, and maybe he just has his own reason for hunting down the blade wielders. Like, despite his evil deeds, he does actually seem to have a rather lighthearted side to him. Rather it's playing in parks for some reason, or adopting Hirohiko, even if it was basically as a child soldier. And lastly, it could be for some reason that just hasn't been revealed yet. Perhaps it has something to do with the Dentenseki and the swords themselves. After all, Yura does have 3 different sorceries to match up with the Enchanted Blade's 3 abilities it grants its users. Or maybe he was a rival to Kunishigi in a way, and he seeks to create a weapon through studying the Shinichi that will surpass anything he ever created, making him the more renowned one of the 2. Though, there is one more reason I could think of, but it feels unlikely. You see, the answer might be that Yura is just really bored. Now, we don't know much about Yura, but we can tell from his actions that he's almost always trying to keep himself entertained. Like when he went to confront Shiro himself, he had like no reason to do this. He has 9 other people he could have sent. Or like how he goes to playgrounds to literally play. Not to mention he seems to like enjoying causing chaos so he can watch it himself and study the enchanted blades off of that. Like, I'm sure there was way better ways to study the Shinichi than, destroying the entire Sazanami clan. But those ways probably would not have been as much fun to watch. So what I'm trying to get at is I think Yura is strong, and I mean really strong, a lot more than he lets on. And I think what he's doing is causing as much chaos as possible at any cost necessary to give him a show that was as grand as the Serete War, something you could only see once in a generation. Maybe his strength comes from the very Dentenseki he's trying to understand. Maybe he thinks controlling it and understanding it will cure his boredom. For example, why else would he let Chihiro live as long as he did and not have the Hishaku just kill him? After all, I'm sure would make his plan go over easier having another enchanted blade with him. But then again, that would be boring. And I believe that above all else, Yura hates being bored. But like everything else about the guy, we just don't know enough yet. But what about his next move? What will it be? Well, for the time being, I think his top priority is to kill the 3 remaining blade wielders, Pink Bear, Subaru, and the Kensei. And then betraying Samura and stabbing him in the back, of course. Though Yura seems like the kind of person to have plans happening while other plans are happening, so my guess is that we will also be seeing a break-in at the Kaminabi headquarters, where the Hishaku and maybe Yura will reclaim the Shinichi and probably kill most of the Kaminabi heads as well, making life a lot easier for them. And when the Shinichi is back in the grasp, I think that's the exact moment we'll see them betray Samura, probably leading into the next arc of the series. But for now, he's sitting back and enjoying the show as he always does. Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yura is probably my favorite antagonist so far in Kagurabachi, and I am excited to see him do more in the story. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and let me know what you think Yura is going to be up to in the story in the comments. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!